Good morning, friends, and welcome to yet another awesome session of Mindful Living. We truly appreciate your taking out the time and joining the session today. For living, our session today is dedicated to improving your quality of life. This is a time when we are celebrating Navratri, and shortly we'll be celebrating Dhanteras and Lakshmi Pujan Day. This is a time when we worship prosperity, we seek prosperity, and we thought, what better than that to host a session on AshtaLakshmi. My understanding of Lakshmi was for a long period of time only associated with money. It is only as I started maturing, I started understanding that prosperity is a multidimensional concept. And AshtaLakshmi particularly is a very powerful concept. Learning about it helped me a lot. It helped me understand that there are various forms of Lakshmi, starting with Adi Lakshmi. I'm not going to get too much into details and steal the thunder from Sunitaa, but Adi Lakshmi is where the AshtaLakshmi starts, and that is about spiritual wealth. And spiritual wealth precedes the material wealth. That was one of the big takeaways for me as I started learning about AshtaLakshmi. Another one was Vidya Lakshmi comes before Dhan Lakshmi, which is what we normally associate with Lakshmi. And that was another takeaway, that we need to invest in improving our skills, in increasing our knowledge base before we can aspire for material wealth. And there are many such more takeaways, which our speaker for today, Sunitaa, is going to talk about. Sunitaa is a trainer and coach of global repute. She has conducted multiple training sessions across the world in countries like Singapore, UK, Germany, USA, and many others, to name a few. She's a parent teacher coach and very passionate about the work that she does. She's very passionate about helping people live their life and celebrate their life to the fullest potential. She has realized that many people today, even those who are very savvy, smart, and intelligent, are struggling with a bonhomie or their harmony in their relationships. And she has designed multiple courses for women and teens to help them shine with their true inner radiance and attract more abundance into all spheres of life. She's a very sought after speaker. And on the coming Saturday, she is speaking to a group of 150 CEOs in Hyderabad. So it was with great difficulty and follow up after a couple of weeks only that I could get time from Sunitaa. Sunitaa, we are very happy to have you address our mindful living community today.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much, Ashish, for inviting me for the session today.
Thank you, Sunitaa. Friends, how many of you are joining a mindful living session for the first time? If you are joining a mindful living session for the first time, please type FT in the chat box. Please type FT in the chat box if you're joining. Thank you, Rupinder. Let us see if wait for a couple of seconds more to see if there are more people who are joining us for the first time. Thank you, Fahad. For the benefit of those who are joining us for the first time, let me take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Ashish Kumar, and I am the founder of Mindful Living. I started Mindful Living in the month of April 2020, when a few of my friends reached out to me for conducting a mindfulness session for them to help them deal with the stress and anxiety that the lockdown was causing. Being a certified mindfulness meditation teacher myself, I readily agreed to host the session for them. One thing led to the other, and today we have become a vibrant community of over 3,000 people who connect actively over different WhatsApp groups to learn and share about practicing mindfulness. You can only join this community when someone invites you to be a part of this community. We don't advertise anywhere. So with an open heart, I would like to invite you to join the community and elevate your life to the next level. We'll be sharing the link of the community in the chat. You can click on the link and join this community. This is a no nonsense community, no religious or political posts, no good morning, no good night messages. It's only people who are coming together to share about their learning and living consciously. So please click on the link and join the community. Keep your cameras on, and we will be taking question and answers towards the end of the session. We might open up the for quick comments during the maybe after maybe 30 odd minutes or so for your quick comments, but stay engaged. Show love if there is something which Sunitaa says that resonates with you, or thumbs up or clap, or remain active on the chat. So that's how, but the session or duration is about 75 to 90 minutes. So we'll finish the session sometime during 12:15 to 12:30. On that note, over to you, Sunitaa.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashish. I warmly welcome all of you to this wonderful session. Why I say wonderful? Because we make it wonderful. And I request all of you, since you decided to be present for this session, it's nice when we are open. Why? Because we are not closing any sort of abundance which is flowing for us. So, a warm welcome to all of you. And let me share the work, what I'm doing through a small video. Then we'll get into the session. I'm living my life to the fullest potential with awareness, grace, qualities, and skill set. And it did not come naturally.
Although the title is Parenting Transformation Workshop, but I find that it is also a very good guidance as a personal growth development.
Such an enlightening enrichment of the mind.
It is very helpful for us being challenging life in London.
We are awesome on the humanities. I believe each human being is a marvel, and each being has the potential to create and lead a miraculous life. Anything is possible for me. If I give my time, will, intention, and action.
I choose my life, I create my life, I celebrate my life, I cherish my life.
So that was my journey, and I was so passionate about. sorry for that. So that was my journey. That was my passion of bringing joy and happiness to the people. And today we dwell into our workshop, which is unveiling the 8 forms of Lakshmi, AshtaLakshmi. And I'm just opening my PPT for that. Right. Okay, welcome to this AshtaLakshmi small session. And the context for this is my mantra, which I follow. Live the life you love the life you live. Now, the question to all of you is, how many of you are basically living your life to the fullest potential? Just we will type into the chat box, because we are going to keep it a little more engaging. How many of you feel that you are not loving your life, or you might feel that, oh, if this happens, I love my life, or earlier I used to love my life, not anymore, or earlier I used to hate my life, but now I love my life. So, looking into different people with different philosophies and mantras, I want you to write something like yes, no, maybe. Are you in love with your life? If so, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is the number? Are you liking the life what is being given to you through your parents or through the work you are doing, the way you are educating yourself? So what is the number would you give to yourself on a scale of 0 to 10? Okay, I see Ruchi 9, Rupinder 7. Okay, amazing, that's really nice to see your participation. And once again, I request all of you to basically keep your videos on so that we can see all the faces here, everybody, and enjoy the process. Yes. Now, including me, I was also having a very, very hectic week. And sometimes when we walk into the session, we might be overclouded, or sometimes we might be having less energy, or we might not have had good sleep. And all of you, maybe you're on a holiday mood, or maybe you're on a deadline mood. So you have come to the session. So let us first take a few seconds to say this small statement: whatever is not serving me, I choose to delete, cancel, and clear. So that we are fully present in the moment. So we might come with some worry, something which is bothering, or sometimes we might be coming in the best energy. Those of you who are coming in the best energy, retain that as it is. Those of you who feel that you are having certain blocks, I would request all of you to say this line: delete, cancel, clear. That's really nice. Now, moving on to a simple reality check, again, which gives context into the AshtaLakshmi concept. So now, this is a most important reality check, because often this whole generation, since last 15-20 years, there is a lot of hype about the positive living, positive mindset, but deep inside they feel, I say this, but I don't feel this deep within. So we are not having any nonsense of lying to ourselves, but we are going to face the reality as it is. So I want all of you to close your eyes, and I'm going to take you through almost 12 phases. I want you to understand how is your life experience as on today and not yesterday or tomorrow. So I want all of you to close your eyes and just feel which stage you can see yourself in. We need not answer this outside. It's only for us to have the reality check. So we are going to the first lower stages. The stage is called screwed up stage. Screwed up means we realize that, hey, I'm finding that I'm completely chained from multiple directions, and it's very, very difficult for me to unknot those things. So if you open one knot, we end up again getting into more knots, and we feel terribly clogged in the mind. Sometimes we feel depressed, or sometimes we are feeling enormous amount of anxiety, and there is no hope. So that is called as a screwed up stage. So sometimes we might screw up, sometimes family can screw up, sometimes environment can screw up, sometimes office can screw up, it can be anything, but we land up there. So above the screwed up stage is stagnant stage, where you feel that things are not moving, that's all. Wherever we are, it is just there since last 1 year, 2 years or 3 years. And as we move upwards, we feel that things are tougher, and I continuously feel the energy of suffering, but still there is hope in the process. Like, we suffer deeply, but things are not that great, but we are still alive, we are still, moving into creating that stability. Stage 4 is where we are struggling, meaning to say we are still swimming the ocean, where we are just like, flapping our hands, feet, to reach our destination. So these are the 4 stages which are putting us into a non-peaceful state, meaning to say we can't be at peace. It's continuously putting us into a zone of restlessness. Now we are going to move to the next 4 stages. Stage 5 is stable stage. Stable means no gain, no loss, things are just fine as it is, and it's like good state to be in to start with that. There is no negative energy which is sucking us. Now once the things are stable, the next stage is the rising stage, where you feel that things are in momentum. I can see things are progressing, or things are moving in a better way, and you see that your happiness state is higher, your ease is higher, you are on a positive hope or positive creation. Now, once you cross over the rising stage, it is a soaring stage where there is momentum, there is speed happening in the things. That is like, you're thinking it's happening, you're thinking it's moving, you're thinking you're getting it. So that is in the soaring stage, means the momentum has already picked up in the areas where we want to see improvement. Now, the next stage is thriving. Thriving means you have already understood the secret of your success. You're no more struggling, suffering, but you are maintaining whatever is going well with the same momentum. Meaning to say, you're not dropping down, you're not falling, because you already learned how to drive the car at gear 4 or whichever momentum you thought. You're enjoying that sort of a thriving nature. And even if we stop doing what we are doing, from thriving we again start falling back to soaring, rising, stable, struggling. So it is like, are we doing the things which are helping us to be in the stage of thriving? Now after these 4 stages comes the next stage, the creating stage. So often people think that, I could have done this, but I have been born in such a family, or I could have done this, I'm in such a city, or I could have done this, but my circumstances didn't actually support. So there are so many reasons and experiences for us to come to certain conclusions. So creating zone is where you are creating the life, what is meaningful to you, what is successful to you, irrespective of any other person's definition. So from here, actually the divine feminine and the masculine energy start functioning in balance within us, and we will move with these concepts into the AshtaLakshmi, all the Aishwaryas. Now after creation, you will come into the celebrating zone. So now my question to all of you is, how many of you are living your life? How many of you are celebrating your life? Celebration means you are aware of your breath, you're aware of your energy, you're aware of every part of you, which comes only after you discover yourself at a very, very deeper level. So you know in and out of you, and you know that, hey, this is what means to me, and I celebrate this. So how many of you are celebrating the life which you're already having, or which is bestowed to you, and whatever is in your lap right now? So after celebration zone, the next zone comes cherishing zone. Cherishing means what? If I give you an ice cream and you're rushed to eat the ice cream, you can't enjoy the ice cream. You need to sit at a place, you need to have good ambience, and then you slowly, gently lick, or just the way you want to savor. Or you're eating a chocolate, you just can't take it and gulp the chocolate. You're just feeling the taste of it, you're sucking the juice of it, or the fruits, whatever it is. So after celebration, you come to the state of cherishing what you have created, what you are enjoying, what is not coming to you. You're understanding the whole dynamics, and you are experiencing a cherishing state. And one more status contributing stage, which is the contribution of time, money, advice, prayer, just sitting with somebody, just giving a lending ear. Contribution does not mean just money. Contribution can mean anything. Somebody just needs a hand on the shoulder. You're just giving that kindness. That is also contribution. So once again, let me run through all the stages: screwed up, stagnant, suffering, struggling, stable, rising, soaring, thriving, creating, celebrating, cherishing, contributing. So now, once you're comfortable, all of you can open your eyes, and just if anybody wants to type in, you can just write, I'm in the struggling phase, or I'm in the cherishing phase, I am in creating phase. So it gives you an idea as to what has happened in the last 1 year or 3 years or 6 years. You know what to revamp again. So that is one very important reality check. We need to continuously evaluate this for us. Okay, I'm seeing this from Sunil. I'm in the struggling phase. Hemlata, stable. Okay, good. So now let me also give an example. So 2 years back, so this is 2023, 2022, 2021. I was almost in the highest stage of creation, celebration, and also cherishing stage. So then later on, in my momentum of my work, I was wanting to write a book, Inner Sacred Beauty, and I wanted to do so many things. I was completely in the thriving, creating, celebrating stage, but the environment has given an opportunity for me to serve my parents. So my father is 86, mom is 73, and they had moved from Hyderabad to Bangalore. So now I'm having a window where I'm supposed to take care of my parents, and my father had 2 falls. Once he fell down because of some clot in the brain. So my bandwidth is like, it got into serving them. But am I happy or unhappy about serving? I'm happy about serving because I got the opportunity. So I would say I'm not in the celebration, cherishing phase, but I recognize that I was in the struggling phase in the last few months because my things were on halt. So is this human? Absolutely the human nature. So are we going with the flow? Yes. So now what meaning we attach? What meaning we attach to everything? It all comes from the dimension of AshtaLakshmi, how we can implement in our life. Fine. So again, I'm so happy for all the people who have started, typing in the chat box. So we move further. How many of you agree that we all need these 4 things? Peace, productivity, progress, and prosperity. Now, coming to the most important concept of AshtaLakshmi, the concept of AshtaLakshmi came in much later. Earlier, it was like, talked about Ashta Aishwaryas. AshtaLakshmi Stotram was done by one Mr. Srinivas Varadacharyalu in 1970. So the Stotram was new. Earlier concept was Ashta Aishwaryas. What does Ashta Aishwaryas means is, all the people, if you ask anybody, what do you want in life? Everybody says, I want to have peace, happiness. That is the fundamental nature of every person. So when does a person have peace? If things are not working, there is no peace. And if peace has to be there, then all the things have to be in balance. So Ashta Aishwaryalu was the earlier, what are the different forms of the wealth we needed? And often people think that wealth means only the money. So now if you see the particular slide, peace on a scale of 0 to 10. You need not write this because we don't want to write anything publicly. But in your mental assessment, see on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your peace level? Need not answer on the chat box, in the mind. Just feel for seconds. And if you're saying 10, great, give all the other people tips of your peace. If anybody, welcome to share individually. Anybody feels, I know I'm peaceful, then everything is sorted for you. If people say 6 or 5, then you ask the question, what is that which is lacking in my life at this moment, which is not giving me the peace? So that is the important question. So, okay, this is lacking, money is lacking, health is lacking. That's why it's causing me constant worry or anxiety or something which is not allowing me to be in peace. So what is that which is not allowing you to be in peace is something which we need to figure out. If you have your own separate notes, please make a note of it. I have felt, but right now I don't have money. I have money, but I don't have the health to eat what I want to eat. So whatever is blocking your peace, that is where actually our element of thinking starts. Is it going good? If yes, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, fine. Thank you, one and all. Thank you so much. Right. So, on a scale of 0 to 10, how many of you feel that your productivity is good or high? On a scale of 0 to 10. So, how was your productivity? Peace. Hemlata, good. 6 I see. I'm not able to catch up all the messages because I'm in the flow. How many of you feel in your productivity level, you're above 7, 8, 9, whatever it is? If it is below 3, 4, so do not expect the third part, which is progress. If your productivity is lacking, there is no progress. So again, when we are productive, when we are progressing, obviously things are improving, then your peace quotient also increases. I don't want to do anything, I want to be aram se, but I want peace. In this era, is it possible? We all know it's not possible. And lucky are the people where certain things are sought out for them, so not to worry. But what about the people where the circumstances are not supporting them, where people have lost jobs, where people thought that this is not working out for them, where people have found that the business options are changed for them, where the things are different for themselves or children? What about the circumstances for the people where things are not congenial? So that way, on a scale of 0 to 10, find out your peace level, productivity level, progress level. And then comes the prosperity. So what is your feeling of prosperity at the moment? Do you feel that you're prosperous, you're abundant? So we will talk about this also in upcoming slides. So from here, we'll be going little faster. Yes. Okay. And one quick question. What did you choose to create in 2023? What are you choosing to create in 2024? What did I not create in 2022? What did I not create in 2023? So these questions also will help you to utilize the next 2-3 months for the upcoming year 2024. Fine. So before we move in, I would like to bring the concept of the energy consciousness. If you have found your way till here, massive shifts are going to happen for you. And I want all of you to open your arms nicely, spread out, and say, when I celebrate myself, I celebrate life. Can all of you open your hands nicely, wide enough, and say, when I celebrate myself, I celebrate life. Good. So now coming to the AshtaLakshmi concept. So from the Ashta Aishwaryas, which is the concept of having everything in balance. So if we all know about our exams, if we have 6 subjects, we want to score 75 or 90 above, or pass in all the subjects, but we don't want to get 100 in one subject and fail in the other subjects. So that concept of what are the different forms of wealth, from there we start with the first goddess, that is Adi Lakshmi. So this Adi means the source or the primordial energy, and if you notice, Lakshmi is associated with God Vishnu. So we have Shiva, we have Vishnu, we have Brahma. Brahma is the creator. Vishnu is all about maintenance. So now, for us also, in order to maintain a family, in order to maintain, we need a home, we need electrical bill, we need finances, we need everything which is part of the journey. So maintenance department is by Vishnu, and Vishnu and Lakshmi have been associated as very two intertwining forces. That is, when you sing the praises of Lakshmi, Vishnu is happy. When you sing the praises of Vishnu, Lakshmi is happy. So now the primordial form of that source of the feminine is where all the abundance begins. Meaning to say, it's like a starting point. It's like a source of the energy. It's like the beginning point. Or imagine if you have already traversed certain part of life. All of us, 30, 40, 50, 60, we are traversing year by year. Sometimes you feel you might want to revisit as what is there in my source. In your source soul, what is the energy you're holding? So are you holding the energy of creation? Are you holding the energy of joy? Are you holding the energy of happiness? Or are you holding the energy of shrinking or fear or worry? So let us quickly understand, in your course, in your soul, in your body, mind and heart, what is the source you connect to you yourself? So which way do you connect to yourself deeply? Which part of you feel there is a source of energy you can latch onto and allow that potential to come out? And that is where we can invoke the blessings of goddess Adi Lakshmi, because that is a source energy. New beginning, can we say that every day is a new beginning for us? So that way, every day you will need the blessing of Adi Lakshmi for you when you wake up in the morning. This is a new beginning, a new day. I connect to my source and I take the energy from the universe that the Adi Lakshmi in me is awakened, or it is like, blossoming within us. A person who has lost hope, they don't do anything, they are wasting time. A person who is not having the vision, they don't do anything. So for us even to nurture our vision, we need the blessing of Adi Lakshmi. So the first I will chant Adi Lakshmi Stotram. सुमनसवन्दित सुन्दरि माधवि चन्द्र सहोदरि हेममये मुनिगणवन्दित मोक्षप्रदायिनि मञ्जुलभाषिनि वेदनुते पङ्कजवासिनि देवसुपूजित सद्गुणवर्षिणि शान्तियुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि आदिलक्ष्मी सदा पालय माम्. So I want all of you to open your hands and awaken the consciousness of Adi Lakshmi. I don't know how comfortable you are, but every time you open, it is like your body, mind, heart, soul, your cells, your blood, your breath, everything opens to receive. So whoever are comfortable, do not have any chains of hesitation and say this affirmation: I open the consciousness of Adi Lakshmi into myself, my home, my family, my work, my ecosystem, and the universe. So once you are in touch with the energy of Adi Lakshmi, that means your source energy is already activated. So anytime, wherever you go, all the time you go for a vacation, you go anywhere, ultimately you want to come back to your home. Home is where your peace is, right? So even if you are singing Saregama notes, Saregama padani sa sa ni da pa ma ga, we don't stop there. Sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So you have to come back to your home space. That is the source. Sa is the source. Shadaj is the source. How much ever you rotate, you have to come back to Sa. Wherever you want to travel, how much ever you want to enjoy, you feel at one point in time, I want to get to my home, my source point. Same way, Adi Lakshmi is the source of our beginning, awakening consciousness, so that your source is intact. And also when you have time, you can write, within myself, I connect to my source, and whatever is that source for you, whatever is the gift for you, whatever is the talent for you, identify that source within you. So for me, I identify my source of knowledge, my thirst for knowledge, my interest in arts and music and dance. That is my key source. So I connect to that source. Chants, prayers are my source. So I connect to those energies to activate my abundance in my life. So same way for you, your source could be health, your source could be vibrancy, your source.
Yeah, please.
Fine. Yes. So with this, we have opened the consciousness of Adi Lakshmi. So we are going to move to the next part. Dhairya Lakshmi. Sorry, next is Dhanya Lakshmi. Okay. So after Adi Lakshmi, the next source is Dhanya Lakshmi. ऐकलकल्पशनाशिनि कामिनि वैदिकरूपिणि वेदमये क्षीरसमुद्भवमङ्गलरूपिणि मन्त्रनिवासिनि मन्त्रनुते मङ्गलदायिनि अम्बुजवासिनि देवगणाश्रितपादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदनकामिनि धान्यलक्ष्मि सदा पालय माम्. So after the source of what the primordial source is, the next stage is Dhanya Lakshmi. There is also a beautiful sequence. So why Dhanya Lakshmi? There are two ideas to this. Idea number one is, though we have sometimes abundance of money, sometimes there might not be grains or supply of food in that city if there is any crisis. You all remember during the COVID time, how many of us want to store some food in advance, have some backup food, because we did not know whether we are going to get the supply of food or not. So even though somebody sometimes have a lot of money, they might not get the grains what they need. So when you have the Dhanya Lakshmi, what is happening? Only when we eat, we are healthy. So health is also one form of wealth, and the starting point for any person to be intelligent, wise, smart, active, energetic, vibrant, everything starts from a great health. Now this Dhanya Lakshmi concept says that we have the abundance of all forms of grains available to us, meaning to say whatever you want to buy. But now the second problem is also the second way the body responds. How many of you notice that your body does not take in some foods? We are allergic to some foods. So this does not suit us. Gluten free, mushrooms don't suit us. Or the stomach is not taking some of the masala food, or stomach is rejecting the food. So you will notice that your body rejects certain items of food, sometimes what you love. I know a friend who loves ice creams and all, but the body does not allow. The moment she eats ice cream, the body gets into cold and she gets into lot of the lung issues. So though she can afford, though she can buy the latest best brand, but the body is not taking it. So the Dhanya Lakshmi concept has basically two elements to it. Having all the forms of food for us to supply us, nourish us, meaning to say we are born in a country or city where all forms of nutritiously grown grains or dhanya is reaching our home. That means it also leads to the fertility of the earth. So only if the earth is fertile, not more toxic. You know how many chemicals are put into the food. Earlier we used to eat 250 grams of carrot, we used to get a lot of nutrition. Now for that much nutrition you need to eat 2 kgs of carrot or 2 kgs of beans. Do you all agree with this? So that way, now also check which foods is your body not taking in. Where are you more allergic to? What is that you're not able to digest? What is that you're not able to synthesize? Whatever is that you're not able to assimilate and take in. So everything becomes the part of the Dhanya Lakshmi. Indirectly, Dhanya Lakshmi is leading to good health. Right? So only when you get the foods, when you're able to get the quality food, when you're able to eat, ingest, digest, so your health is improving. So Dhanya Lakshmi is also related to health and vitality, and also the ability to eat whatever you want to eat, and the body receiving the energy and health. Fine, so we move to the next part, which is Dhairya Lakshmi. So I want all of you to think of yourself and your risk appetite, your courage appetite, or you playing safe. So once you have your health intact, once you identified your core energy, which is the Adi Lakshmi energy, your source power, your good health, next is what you need is the courage to unlock the source energy. So if you have everything, but still if you do not have the confidence and courage to bring out your talent and move forward, most of the people cannot do things because they do not have the courage. So you might notice for yourself, sometimes your spouse, your children, we might dwindle in the courage depending on the kind of task we take. So we need courage as one form of wealth, especially humans, and all the more in this changing world, which is drastically changing continuously. We need more courage and adaptability to be able to create what we want to create. So this stotram, जय वरवर्णिनि वैष्णवि भार्गवि मन्त्रस्वरूपिणि मन्त्रमये सुरगणपूजित शीघ्रफलप्रद ज्ञानविकासिनि शास्त्रनुते भवभयहारिणि पापविमोचनि साधुजनाश्रितपादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदनकामिनि धैर्यलक्ष्मी सदा पालय माम्. So, for starting any venture, doing anything, or growing yourself, even if you want us to grow, all of those who are in the comfort zone, they don't have to exhibit a lot of courage. But anybody who is striving, struggling, making, creating things, they have to have this virtue all the time on a daily basis. So, one of the biggest killer of moving forward is the chain of hesitation. What will she think? What will he think? What will they think about me? So your hesitation itself can become a chain, though you're talented, though you're capable. So courage is something which helps you to break your hesitation, doing what you're meant to do, what you're capable of doing, what you're wanting to doing, and what you're enjoying and celebrating and doing. So the element of dhairyam or the courage is very, very important. So we invoke the energy of Dhairya Lakshmi also. So we will invoke both the energies. I want all of you to once again open your hands and let us invoke the consciousness of Dhanya Lakshmi and Dhairya Lakshmi. So may all of us be blessed with the energy of Dhanya Lakshmi, where we are having the good abundant supply of grains and nutrition in our life, and also the kind of health where we can eat, digest, assimilate, and build health for ourselves and our family. So we have anchored this. So far we have anchored Adi Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, and Dhairya Lakshmi. Okay, so moving on to the next source of energy is Gaja Lakshmi. So Gaja means elephant, and elephant is the sign of majesty, and elephant is the sign of prosperity. Elephant is basically the sign of also the status symbol. So now imagine if somebody gifts me an elephant. Can I feed elephant even for one day? I can't. I don't have that much of wealth and opulence that I can feed an elephant. So elephants earlier were with kings or big landlords who could afford that. Now sometimes we always dream and ask for something which we can't handle. So you might say, I want more money. So that is a wrong way of asking Lakshmi the money or anything what we can't handle. Now elephants also are a sign of good luck, prosperity, majesty, and it is said that elephants, if you're putting in your bedroom, it brings a lot of harmony. And elephants, if you're putting outside your home, it says that you are protected and you're also having the courage to handle the energy and no enemies will enter into the home. So a lot of people have put elephants outside the home, and also they put elephants on the in the bedroom so that there's more harmony of the masculine and feminine. So the other aspect is, what do you want for your life? And when you ask, when you pray, whoever prays, whoever thinks of this manifestation energy, creation energy, we ask over things which we cannot handle, and we don't know how to safeguard what we already have. That is the problem. We lose what we have because we don't know the value of what to safeguard, and we keep on asking which we cannot handle. So when you are invoking the energy of the Gajalakshmi, you have to be very clear as to what does affluence mean to you. How much you feel. Somebody might say, I want 10 homes, I am affluent. Somebody might say, no, I can't handle this, I want to handle my life. I might want a small apartment where I can just handle myself and my few things important. So you have to understand what is the level of that sort of a majestic prosperity for you, and the magnitude is what you're going to decide. And the way, once you choose, define that for yourself in your self-discovery and open the portal of Gajalakshmi for your life and for your home. Is this clear? Do not ask more than what you cannot handle. It brings more problems. So be clear on what you need, how much you need, and what is the kind of the vision you have for you, even in forms of wealth. जय जय दुर्गतिनाशिनि कामिनि सर्वफलप्रदशास्त्रमये रदगजतुरगपदादिसमावृत परिजनमण्डितलोकनुते हरिहर ब्रह्मसुपूजितसेवित तापनिवारिणि पादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदनकामिनि गजलक्ष्मीरूपेण पालय माम्. So I want all of you to spread your arms once again in a receiving mode, and let us invoke the energy of Gajalakshmi, and whatever that majestic wealth means to you. The ability to cross over the hurdles also is the ability of Gaja. It aram se can move all the logs out of its way and just moves majestically. And also it is the status symbol of what means to you. For some, money means Gajalakshmi. For some, confidence means Gajalakshmi. For some, arts means Gajalakshmi. Whatever is your Gajalakshmi for you and which you feel that you want to have in your life, anchor the energy of Gajalakshmi into your life, into your home, into your work, into your pathway of your life. Very good. Thank you so much. So far we have completed 4 Lakshmis. Okay, out of all the 4, which Lakshmi are you able to connect to? Which energy are you able to? Is it the source energy, or Dhanya Lakshmi, or Dhairya Lakshmi, or Gaja Lakshmi? So you can put it in the chat box. Which energy are you able to connect to? Okay, I'm just seeing the source. Yes. Adi Lakshmi, yes. Okay. Right. Okay, that's really nice. So, keeping the time check, I'll be continuing. Okay, after Gajalakshmi comes the Santana Lakshmi. Now, here there are 2 aspects to Santana Lakshmi: the progeny, the fertility, and also sometimes if somebody is having lot of the wealth, or the earlier times it used to be, say, your Rajyam or your Raj. So everybody felt I need some successor for that, or sometimes it is like continuing the lineage. But what about the people sometimes who are not married? So they might not have children. But still, Santana Lakshmi means your ability to give birth to your ideas, your ability to create whatever is in your mind to generate a product or an idea, a course, or anything which you can give birth to. Santana Lakshmi does not mean just having the progeny and the children, but it is also meaning that you can give birth to anything you can visualize or conceptualize in your mind, the creative mind. So that way, now sometimes in astrological charts, they say that you have Pati Sukham, Patni Sukham, but Santan Sukh nahi hai. So I have one of my client who says, Sunita, you know what? I have showed my horoscope to the astrologer. Every time both the children will be fighting with me. Mujhe Santan Sukh hai hi nahi. So she says things like that because both of them are giving lot of trouble to her. So she feels as a parent, she has no good or sweet memories about the children. Now, when we are invoking the energy of the Santana Lakshmi, obviously it is fertility, it is progeny, but progeny also, good progeny. So we also want to have that the children also thrive and prosper, be happy, be on the right path. We always say, let our children be on the right path. Let them do the right things. Don't do unethical things. So this is the aspiration of every parent. Now at the same time, you can also see, what am I giving birth to? So people, once they cross 30, 40, 50, each time there's a transformation happening at body, mind, heart and soul level. Body can slowly grow older, but the soul can become more and more evolved. So the quality of your thought, the quality of your word, the quality of your idea and imagination can soar by 100 times. So that way, we can invoke the energy of Santana Lakshmi to say that, hey, my progeny and all the children are on the right path, and they have the ability to create what they want. So all the parents generally pray, let my children be happy, let everything be happy. So let me again tell you, pray that they know how to create their life for themselves. That is the right way of prayer, because they don't do the right effort, or we'll pray, bas usko success mil jaye, let him get success. But we have to empower them that if you want this range of success, then your hard work has to be this range. So what is a right form of a prayer? Right form of a prayer is not let everything be all right and people are doing the wrong things, they don't correct themselves, we keep on forgiving them, they don't learn the lesson. So the right prayer is, everybody has the right sadbuddhi, everybody has the courage and the confidence to create what they want to create, also the courage to go through every setback they are given, but they have the ability to create what they want to create. So this is how we invoke the energy of Santana Lakshmi. So once again, we all open the energies to Santana Lakshmi goddess, the wealth of children, progeny, fertility, and also the creation of ideas, creation of projects, creation of anything which is meaningful for us, family, or the humanity and society. So may our life be blessed with the energy of Goddess Santana Lakshmi, blessing our homes, children, progeny, and also giving us the ability to birth new ideas and new creations. Right? With this, we finish the Santana Lakshmi energy. Jayak. Sorry. Okay. ऐकगवाहिनि मोहिनि चक्रनिरागविवर्धिनि ज्ञानमये गुणगणवारिधि लोकहितैषिणि स्वरसप्तभूषितगाननुते सकलसुरासुरदेवमुनीश्वर मानववन्दितपादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदनकामिनि सन्तानलक्ष्मि जय पालय माम्. So after Santana Lakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi. Jaya Kamalasani Satkatidayini Gnana Vikasini Ganamaye Anudina Marchita Kunkumadhusara Bhushita Vasita Vadyanute Kanakadharastuti Vaipava Vandita Shankara Deshika Manyabade Jaya Jaya He Madhusudana Kamini Vijaya Lakshmi Sadapalaya Mam. Okay, now here we are invoking the energy of victory. Now, what is really beautiful and surprising is Jaya itself is a victory. Jayam, Ajayam. Jaya means victory. So, Vijaya, why are we using the word Vijayam? So, Jaya itself is a victory. So, now all of us think that when we achieve our goals and we succeed, it's a victory. Whenever we are not achieving our goals, it's a failure. There's a chance that we feel like that. Now, when you take the concept of the Vijay Lakshmi, how many of you agree that every time you're not succeeding, and if you're leaving at that point, it's different. But every time you're thinking that the reason I did not succeed is because I'm not doing right things, that sort of a perception gives you an idea of what else needs to be improved. So one thing is, I want success at every juncture, that intention is good, but are we doing the right things to get the success, what we desire and what we deserve, and what is the original actual standard? So all of us desire a lot of things, all of us want to get a lot of things. So what we desire, what we deserve, and what we are able to afford. So that concept is very clear. It's like a triangle. I deserve this, I desire this, I deserve this, and I can afford this. So that is a triangle. So here, one concept is, may the whatever I do, I succeed in all the endeavors, is one way of Vijay Lakshmi. The other one is looking at every win as a win, and also every failure as not a failure but as a lesson. So if you're taking every failure as a lesson, there is no failure, rather it's a victory in a different way. That is also success. I succeed, but here I miss this learning, so again I add this learning to this, and again I succeed. So that way, we invoke the energy of Goddess Vijay Lakshmi that we are no more blind. Blind means ignorant, करते कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं, but we expect more. That is the biggest blunder on the earth. So we should really understand what is the quality to it. Am I applying that level of quality to it, and am I doing that? So that way, your whole concept of Vijay Lakshmi is you are doing the right things at the right time, in the right order, with the right attitude to create the success, whatever you want to create. And also, whatever is not working out, it becomes a learning lesson. Again, you add the learning input and again create victory. So we need to have this attitude so that we are experiencing Vijay Lakshmi on a daily basis. It's not that aaj success ho gaya, kal something not good, so we feel very, very sad and upset, and again something good happens, again we are on the top, something bad happens, we are again in the depression mode. So rather than that, Vijay Lakshmi is a concept of success, learning a lesson, re-implementing, and again success. Okay, so let us all invoke the energy of Goddess Vijay Lakshmi into our life, where we have the ability to see the quality of what we are aspiring for, the combination of what I desire, what I deserve, and what I afford. Are these in the right proportion? And may every endeavor be filled with success, and also every endeavor be filled with the learning lessons, so that I can add the enhanced version of improvement and create the success. Thank you for anchoring the Vijay Lakshmi energy. So we move to the next part, which is Vidya. So I remember Ashish saying that Dhanalakshmi comes before Vidya Lakshmi. That's very correctly said, Ashish. At the start, your introduction, I was listening to your introduction, and you very rightly said Vidya Lakshmi precedes Dhanalakshmi, which is very true. So Vidya Lakshmi is all forms of knowledge, all forms of wisdom. Pranata Sureshwari Bharati Bhargavi Shoka Vinashini Ratnamaye Manimaya Bhushita Karna Vibhushana Shanti Samavruta Hasya Mukhe Navavidhi Daini Kalimalaharini Kamita Phala Pradahastayute Jaya Jaya He Madhusudana Kamini Vidya Lakshmi Sada Palayama. So now, Vidya Lakshmi is all about the knowledge we need, the wisdom we need. Each family is different, each person is different. Often we might think, this person is not doing this, I know they can do better. None of us know what situation each person is in, what knowledge they need, what their karmic debts are, what struggles they have. We are very good at having our judgments, but not possible to judge anybody, because they might appear in the same thing, but we do not know which aspect is pulling them away into doing what they want to do. So now here the concept of Vidya Lakshmi is not the school education to earn money, but we need the education for navigating our life. So the soul Vidya, or the energy of arts, the energy of doing business, the energy of learning to improve the parenting, whatever it is. We also need the Vidya on getting rid of karmic debts. Sometimes we are suffering for something which we have not done in this life. So this all Vidya, all knowledge come under the concept of Vidya Lakshmi, goddess. We all know, we pray Goddess Saraswati also. Now here, sometimes you get Vidya at a different time, which is of no use. The time is gone, the window period is gone. What you need, what knowledge you need to thrive, or even sometimes a knowledge which you need to correct an error. So sometimes if somebody points one thing like, hey, this is what you're doing wrong, and if you're open enough to receive that input and correct that, that is also Vidya Lakshmi. Lot of times, because of arrogance, because of certain blockages, we don't receive those inputs. So what you need at the right time, and what needs your transformating source of flow of energy, everything is coming under the Vidya Lakshmi only. Ability to grasp, ability to pick up, ability to reflect, ability to foresee things, ability to see with a far vision, ability to see what is happening with the other family members, all this comes under Vidya. So we invoke the blessing of Goddess Vidya Lakshmi by opening the hands and say, may the energy of knowledge, information becomes knowledge, knowledge on repeated usage becomes the wisdom. So information, knowledge and wisdom are not same. People might be having a lot of information but they might lack wisdom. People might be having a lot of knowledge to talk but they do not have the ability to synthesize and convert it into the wisdom. So information, knowledge, execution repeatedly will turn into the wisdom. So may the goddess Vidya Lakshmi, the wealth of knowledge, the right knowledge, the right wisdom come into our life always at the right time, so that we make the right decisions to convert the course of our life to what we want to experience and see. So with that, we anchor the energy of Vidya Lakshmi into us, into our home, into families and into work. Thank you so much for anchoring the energy of Vidya Lakshmi. And we have one last one, which is Dhanalakshmi. So everybody thinks actually the abundance is money. Money actually takes care of all the problems. So let me tell you, money solves 70 to 80% of the problems. But sometimes people are not just depending on the materialistic goals. People want non-materialistic goals. So materialistic goals are tangible. So your income, your assets, sometimes you might be having, lavish homes, designer furniture or designer jewelry, designer, your ability to go to very exotic vacations. All these comes under the prosperity dimension. So if all of you just I want all of you to think for 1 minute the difference between abundance and prosperity. So if anybody wants to just write in the chat box, are they same or are they different? Abundance and prosperity. So we will finish within another 10-12 minutes. So we are bang on time because Ashish told by 10-12-15. So we are almost at the end of the Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, the most favorite for everybody. So what is the difference between abundance and prosperity? So if anybody wants to type in, they can type. If anybody wants to talk, they can talk. Okay, I'm just seeing there are no messages. So now let me quickly share that abundance means plenty, more. So I can have 50 kgs of rice stored in my home, or 30 kgs of rice stored, 100 kgs of rice stored, or I might need my monthly expenses. So for example, 40,000 is the monthly expense, but I have 80,000 extra surplus. So, or sometimes at 50, I'm more healthier than what I need. Or sometimes you're having more amount of love. You just you can't handle, itna pyar, kahan se mil raha hai? So anything what is plenty or more is abundance. So plenty of peace, plenty of happiness, plenty of anything maximum amplified is abundance. Now coming to the prosperity, prosperity is a definition of financial success, financial well-being and your economic status. So मेरे पास 100 crores है but peace नहीं है. I have 100 crores, I want to travel to some place but my body is not supporting. So I have money but I do not have the other resources. Other resources means non-materialistic resources. So prosperity means you are having very good financial success and economic success. It does not mean baki ka intangible things hai or not. But abundance as a concept is you choose that I don't need 100 crores. Why do I need 100 crores? मुझे तो इतना चाहिए for my life and my retirement and my old age. I will need, what will I eat? I can't eat 100 crores because I might be scared also. So मुझे ना एक 50 lakhs चाहिए for my lifetime, but I want to do rest of the things. Are you able to do what you're able to do? So that means I choose an abundant lifestyle, not a prosperous lifestyle. I want to have extra money, some savings, some old age, some emergency crisis, but I want to do, say for example, in my life, I always do music, dance as a part of my life. I never leave. Nothing, anything which comes in the way, I don't allow. So that means I have not compromised on this, and that is my prosperity. Able to do these is not equivalent to 100 crores or 10 crores is not my valuation in my mind. So that way, it is very important for you to evaluate what does an abundant mean to you. At this moment, do you need plenty of peace or plenty of time, plenty of money, plenty of what is that you need? So you will define and go about creating, because abundance is something which you if they say that abundance is not something you acquire, but abundance is something you tune into. That is the definition where many people said, what is that you're tuning into? So all the time my soul tuned into knowledge, education, music, arts. So whole of my life I spent all my earnings, everything into learning multiple courses, multiple arts. Like, every time if I have to look into my data sheet, ये वर्कशॉप के लिए इतना पैसा, this is this, that is that. So that is how my life has been for so many years. So that means I have an abundance of the Vidya Lakshmi which I valued, and the connecting part is the Dhanalakshmi. As your value starts increasing, Dhanalakshmi also starts growing. So very, very important, wherever the value is higher, the value of that item or the commodity or that particular thing starts increasing more and more. So definitely Dhanalakshmi is like, coming after we are nurturing the knowledge, Vidya. It's not just the subject knowledge of physics, chemistry. It is anything what you have gathered or mastered. It increases your value of contribution, and it also increases your Dhanalakshmi. So let us anchor the last Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, very, very important Lakshmi. Dhim dhimi dhim dhimi dhim dhimi dhim dhimi dundu binata supurnamaye ghuma ghuma ghum ghuma ghum ghuma ghum ghuma shankani nada suvadyanute veda purane tihasa supujita vaidika marka pradarshayute jaya jaya he madhusudana kamini dhanalakshmi rupena palayama. So we'll anchor Dhanalakshmi in the end. So now coming to the most important aspect of Dhanalakshmi is this important slide. So this is something which will help you to quickly reflect, though you would have done all of this. It's a good reminder. So what happens is sometimes wealth is stagnant for us. Wealth is blocked for us, and we are going to look at the stages. Sometimes, even though we are very working hard, money does not remain with us, or money does not grow with us sometimes. So there could be certain times karmic debts where things won't flow to us. So karmic debt means what? So sometimes we might be in a space where you think that how much ever work we are doing, there could be all the other flows, but money might not flow. So it is in the Hindu philosophy. A lot of people believe it or not, I would not know, but I believe in the karmic philosophy. So sometimes in some past life, our fathers, forefathers, great grandfathers, anybody, imagine if they have done great work, amazingly great, but sometimes we do not know, in the time of the crisis of prosperity, sometimes people end up cheating somebody, or sometimes they might sell something lower for a higher rate. We don't know. We are not, with due respect to all our forefathers, great grandfathers, karmic debts, I'm talking about that. So somebody cheated somebody, then what they do is they will not outrightly say that, but they would have thought in the mind, you cheated me for 50 rupees, right? You will never get money in your life. So it is not a curse, but it is like that one intention can touch that particular lineage or anything. Or they might say, you'll never be happy in your life. So now that's why people always, ask for forgiveness, changes. So somebody would have done something, somebody is also paying the price for it. And none of us are immune to this. All of us have, sometimes we, our children, spouse, all of us are part of this journey. Lucky are the people who could come out with the karmic debt. So I also suffered karmic debt. So I'm able to talk so confidently that in spite of putting a lot of hard work, sometimes certain things are not flowing as we need to have for the forgiveness. Whatever would have happened, if anything we accrued or cursed in our life for money or anything, please forgive us and let that be cleared off. So clearance of a karmic debt is something we also have to seek. So I also did seek in certain areas when I had the karmic suffering. So I don't portray that life is too great for me or life is becoming naturally great for me. No, like all humans, I had my own share of struggles, problems. So that way, what I would also try to educate people is that this is all I'm doing. Why certain things are blocking? Fine. So now moving to the next part is another important aspect is people losing items. So suddenly, in one of my known relation, there was a person into their home. Almost twice they had theft in the home. Theft. They did not do. Good people, very nice people. All the valuables wiped away within, like, no time. Okay, so then the third thing is we have debts. All of us take debts, loans for the house, car, or education. All of us. So sometimes people can clear the debts faster. Sometimes people cannot clear the debts faster. It goes on and on and on and on and on, and it just keeps on moving like that. So we need the blessing for the debts and loans to be cleared, so that after this loans and debts are cleared, then we come into the normal lifestyle where there are no paying of the interest for all these people who give interest, money for interest at the time of crisis. I bless them. Like, there are certain finances when we need. So long back, many years back, I did take money by pledging gold so that I can pay for my courses. And I thought, oh God, I'm so lucky I didn't have to ask anybody. And all the time if they give, they say, I gave you, I gave you, I gave you. So they keep on. So I didn't want to listen that I gave you. So I pledged my gold, took the money, paid the interest, and I used to say, oh God, good that you took my gold and already gave money too, so that I'm not answerable to anybody. So debt, loans, after that the normal lifestyle where you're not paying any interest towards the debts and loans, and after that you will have also normal lifestyle from and some savings. So savings sufficient for us, sufficient for an emergency. Now you have normal lifestyle savings plus extra savings, so that you can help somebody, and you're able to give that loan and you're able to recover that loan. So I don't know, recently it's like I had given loan to my tailor. He said, I'll give you by next month. Already 6 months over, I did not get it back. I know that he can't repay. But I was already prepared that while giving that, if I give, there is no thing to wait and ask. If it comes, it comes. It goes, that's all. But I had that extra 20,000 to give to him. So now sometimes do we have all the time? May not be. So that way, your normal life plus savings plus extra savings. Now, when you have your normal saving, the next stage comes to buying extraordinary things what you want to. Sometimes you might not need it, but you think that, hey, I want to afford this, I want to buy this, anything what you love, and you are not asking anybody, because every time they might say, hey, you're wasting money, is this required or is it not? So that is called abundance, affordability, to be able to buy you what you want, and if you think you can afford, and without anybody putting any blockade in between. Finally comes the universal gift, is universe is giving. So I do a lot of workshops for a lot of women and all. So day before yesterday, one of my participants called and say that, ma'am, I do not know, suddenly the universal gift came. I said, what? She said their mom sold some property and she was gifted 30 lakhs. She said, ma'am, I didn't expect this. So that comes under the universal reward. She didn't think, she didn't expect, but that money came, 30 lakhs, and she's like so happy because that came as a universal gift. So which stage are you experiencing more? Universal gifts or debts or losses? Sometimes you lose file, you lose 2,000 rupees, you lose 5,000 rupees, we lose purse, we lose phone. All this happens for all of us. We are aware of what exactly is happening within us. Fine. So, and with this, I have one or two more slides and we close that. Okay. There are beautiful universal laws. So the first primordial concept is the alignment. How do we align? What is our internal frequency, and how the universe acknowledges, how the universe supports, and how the universe rewards. Anybody wants to know more about it, there are a lot of other workshops which I do, so I'm not able to cover, but this is a universal law, and all the people on my group, I have posted them million times. Alignment, acknowledgement, support, and reward screenshots to show them the real, that it is real. Fine. Then this is a beautiful Zebu abundance symbol. Anybody wants to draw this, you can draw on your palm, on your chakras, on your business, anything, whatever you think that you want to tune into abundance frequency. My abundance frequency could be 50 lakh, somebody's abundance frequency could be 10 crore. So find out whatever is your abundance harmony. Be very, very clear about what is your soul is in harmony with, and from there you create what do you want to create. So this is an AshtaLakshmi temple in Chennai. There's one beautiful AshtaLakshmi temple in Hyderabad. I have visited multiple times, and always, when we sit in the temple, we anchor and tune to that energy and make energy circles also in the temple. And this is a prosperity Zebu symbol again. So abundance and prosperity, as I told you, both are different. This is more about the financial aspect and the economical well-being. Now, affirmation, we can anchor with this. Abundance chooses me in all dimensions of my life. I hold myself in the highest divine order in the internal and external world. And 8 is AshtaLakshmi. 8 is a symbol of infinity. So may infinite opportunities and possibilities knock us our doors. And 8 is also a symbol of stability and also wholesomeness, completion. So AshtaLakshmi, this is the AshtaLakshmi. Let me show you the AshtaLakshmi symbol. Okay, these are the different kind of workshops I do. Inner Sacred Beauty workshop for women, or money miracles, conscious rituals, Ganesha symbols, Lakshmi symbols, EFT workshop, switch word course. I do teen coaching, parent coaching, women coaching, business coaching. And let me show this one AshtaLakshmi symbol so that this is the AshtaLakshmi symbol. So basically 8 number represents 8 directions also. 8 is an infinite number, plenty of opportunities. In Chinese, 8 is supposed to be considered as a lucky number. So you can draw the AshtaLakshmi symbol sometimes on your palm or your chakras, and just to see, activate that you tune into the abundance, but be very clear as to what you want. Don't ask in an undiscovered state. So anybody is interested in taking a self-discovery workshop, I'm very good at helping people on self-discovery to discover yourself, understand, know yourself. From there you choose and ask, so things get created for you. And apart from that, we close with the last slide. Time may be limited, but opportunities are limitless. Capacity may be limited, but potential is limitless. Intelligence may be limited, but wisdom is limitless. Reality may be limited, but imagination is limitless. Years in life may be limited, but life in the years is limitless. So with this, we complete, and we are left out with one last part of anchoring for the Dhanalakshmi. So we all open our hands. We tune into the energy of the Adi Lakshmi and all the Lakshmis, and finally we tune into the Dhanalakshmi. Let all of us be blessed with the financial success, financial growth, financial amplification. For that, we keep adding more value by growing ourselves. May we have the money always coming to us or flowing for us whenever we need. Abundance of money, and also we need prosperity also for the money, like, whatever are your financial goals. May all the karmic debts be cleared quickly with awareness. May all the loans be cleared. May we raise our value to such a level that our income, growth, and savings and investments are increasing positively, ethically, and we earn healthy, clean money. And healthy, clean money circulates through our family and our generations. And may all the directions bless us with all forms of Lakshmi: health, wealth, prosperity, abundance, Santana Lakshmi, Dhairya Lakshmi, and Vidya Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, everything. So I want all of you to bless yourself, bless your home, bless your environment, bless your family, bless your work, your business. Bless all the people who are giving business to you. Bless all the people who you have not met, but they might be your potential customers, and the people who bring you more, even the business for that matter. So the affirmation is, let clean money come to us. Let us touch base with amazing people who are earning the right amount of money or more money with the right ethics. So with this, we completed the AshtaLakshmi program for today. And over to you, Ashish. 12:15. You said sorry, I exceeded another 4 minutes.
Not a problem. It's so beautiful, Sunita. Really appreciate your taking us through this program so beautifully, blending in the wisdom from AshtaLakshmi with the contemporary knowledge. I think this was very beautiful. And we are just sharing the link in the chat for people to share their feedback. Please share the feedback in the chat. It'll take less than 30 seconds for you to fill out the feedback form. Once you have filled out the feedback form, please type FD in the chat box so that we know you have filled out the feedback form. And then we will open up the session for question and comments. Thank you, Rupinder. Thank you, Furzeen. Thank you, Jasmine. Please fill out the feedback form and type FT in the chat box. Thank you, Sunil. And as you keep filling out the feedback forms, we also open up the session for any comments or question and answers. Thank you, Dr. Preetham. You can use the raise hand button in the reactions to share if you have any question or comment. You can also type in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Sunita, there's a question from Sunil. Can I know more about the self-discovery program?
Okay, so Sunil, basically, I take people through these 4 stages. One is self discovery, self mastery, but before that, there is another session called as a self healing. So, self healing, self discovery, self mastery, and self actualization. So, I myself have gone through so much of coaching, and I realized that certain things I could basically potential and all I could only access after that sort of a coaching which I've gone through, and lot of gifts unfolded after I went through the coaching process. And I can't tell you uh, whatever I have become right now, it would be a 360 into 10 circles. So I was that bad earlier. So if there was no self discovery, I would have been in my stagnant stage all through. I would have just managed with little hesitation, little more, little more, little more. But that was the best decision I made for my life. And after I discovered so many gifts like Vidya Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, everything started opening up. And I would attribute this to the one important aspect is making the right decisions at the right time is going to be a key change, game changer. So that is where I did not make an error. I didn't wait that baad mein dekhenge, if everything is fine I'll do, when I get money I'll do. I didn't do that. I said this is something I need, I know this is the right time, I'll make sure that it happens. So that way, self discovery, if anybody wants, they can enroll for a coaching session of 60 minutes or multiple 2-3 sessions. I would say that would be one of your best decision.
Thank you, Sunita. Sunil, hope that helps. Thank you, everyone, for your comments on the chat. There is one question from Farzeen, Sunita. She wants to know if the AshtaLakshmi is related to the chakras.
Once, what do you, sorry, I could not see the question.
Is AshtaLakshmi, how is AshtaLakshmi related to chakras?
Actually, I would say that though we are human beings, every human being is experiencing life in 4 domains. So the human being domain is where the life is transactional. You do this, I do this. You hurt me, I'll hurt you. You disturb me, I'll disturb you. You disturb me, I'll not disturb you. You give this much, I'll give you this much. So this is a human dimension. Generally, human dimension can be transactional. Okay, if somebody hurts, then they want to move away. Now this other dimension is a divine dimension. Divine dimension is you continue doing what you are thinking of as the good for self and family or humanity. That is one dimension. Now there's a third dimension which is called as an animal dimension. Animal dimension means people say, no, if you are eating too much, they'll say eating like a pig. So why did they relate that animal behavior to pig? Because pig eats like pig, which is more than what is required, and also the junk what the we are eating or the pigs are eating. So if somebody is shouting, we compare it to an animal. Why are you barking like a dog? So animal nature. And if somebody is like, monkey like behavior, you say बंदर हो क्या, you ऐसे behave कर रहे हो, because it's like unpredictable behavior. So one dimension is we are existing in the animal dimension. The fourth dimension is the demonic dimension, meaning to say destructive ways of thinking, destructive damaging things. So this is one important statement. What I want to say is, sometimes in a home or in certain circumstances, if there is a fight between couple or somebody, then the people keep quiet, they get into the cold war and they say, I'm not disturbing you anything, no, I'm not troubling you. So the problem is that itself is also destructive behavior, means what did you do to resolve and do it right? So this is the most important statement, that people think that मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, कुछ damage नहीं किया. So the important next question is, what is the right thing you have done? So now all of us exist in these consciousness. Now comes the main question of chakra of AshtaLakshmi. So now there what happens is, if we are in a demonic way, our chakras are functioning in one way. Meaning to say, your root chakra is angry, fearful, they can't talk properly. They are yelling, they are shouting, they are, raising on the top of the voice, because your root chakra is filled. Why? In the animal nature, animal only knows how to react. Animal does not know how to respond. So if you're having the animal consciousness, the root chakra is behaving differently. Now, does Ashtalakshmi reside there? Absolutely not. Now, when your human dimension, sometimes your root chakra is clogged or your abdominal self-confidence chakra is clogged, but you might be having a prayerful heart. So then some chakras are clogged, some chakras are balanced, some chakras are imbalanced, some chakras are blossoming. Now when you come to the divine consciousness state, divine conscious state is, I will have designed my life in this way, no matter what, I'll continue my life in this way. In that divine consciousness, every chakra is again related to one goddess. So your root chakra is where the Ganesha energy also resides. That is an energy of trust in the world and the confidence and no worry zone. So if you have to look into that, definitely Dairya Lakshmi can reside in your root chakra, because you need the courage and confidence to move in the life. So again, when you take your Swadhisthana chakra, it's all about your own knowing of yourself, from where your confidence emerges. So that means what? Swadhisthana means self. Self means what? Vidya Lakshmi. Your knowledge of Vidya, your Vidya about yourself is so high, that means your self-confidence is high. That means your Vidya Lakshmi can reside in your Swadhisthana chakra. Now, when I come to my Manipura chakra, it's all about your interaction with yourself and the society. Now, we need all the Lakshmi, we need Dhairya Lakshmi, we need Dhanya Lakshmi, everything, because if my universe is supporting me, then I'll have money, then I'll have job, I'll have the right people, I have everybody. So the way you can experience each chakra is based on your level of consciousness. Are you in the divine consciousness, human consciousness, animal consciousness, or the demonic consciousness? Hope this answers the question. I don't know if I'm making sense, but for me, I know it makes sense.
It makes sense. Farzeen, does that help? Yeah, she says thank you. So now we will take the question from Sunil.
Yes, Sunil Kumar here from Pune. Am I audible?
Yes.
Great. I have a question for Sunita. I would like to know the process of enrolling to the self-discovery program, like what's investment, duration, and mode of the program delivery.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So basically, I think Ashish will share the phone number. You can connect with me over the WhatsApp or a telephonic call. Basically, it's going to be a 60-minute session, but in one session, we will not be able to discover. Imagine, like, generally, men and women, they might be sometimes super successful in their work, but sometimes in the family dimension, everything changes, like everything works outside but not at home. We all face that. So we have to see in which dimension are we looking at the self discovery, and it might go for 1 to 4 sessions, but we only go into the depth of the discovery because I will be facilitating all the questions which will be relevant for that client to get clarity on according to what it means to them at that age and frame. So for a 20-year-old guy, it's a different mindset. For people with teenage children, it's different. For people, so that way the way the questions are led to them to discover and think deeply varies from one simple session to 4 sessions. And if at all they feel it's more needed, we will extend on that. So there are charges for all these training programs, in the sense coaching programs. So then I can share the fee over the WhatsApp.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Ashish, I would like your help here.
Sure, sure. We will after the session today, you will all receive an email with coordinates of Sunita, and then you can connect with her and take the discussion forward.
Thank you very much for session 2. Right.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunita, for such a wonderful session. And thank you, everybody, for your active participation. Sunita, you brought in so much dimension, to this discussion. And, we have seen this in the feedback also, that people are really walking away with a lot of insights into this. I will request the participants to share your takeaways from the session today. If you're a part of the Mindful Living group, please share the takeaways in the Mindful Living group. If you're not a part of the Mindful Living group, please join the Mindful Living group and then share your takeaways. Every time you share your takeaway, it'll benefit you and it'll benefit the other people also. So it'll reinforce the benefits from the session today. So on that note, we will bring the session to a close. Happy Navratri to everybody. Stay tuned for the session next Saturday, which is also on prosperity. There we will be looking at some of the limiting beliefs which we have. That session is based on the philosophy of Louis Hay. It's scheduled at 5 p.m. on 28th of October. Stay tuned. We'll be announcing the details soon in our Mindful Living groups. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sunita.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, one and all. Thanks a ton.
Yeah, thank you.